I'm going to go over the obvious big ones first that most brides use and kind of the pros and cons of those. But be sure that you stick around to the end of this video because I have a few unique ideas that are a little different than your normal registry. So be sure that you stick around for those. Hey blushing brides, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kyle James. For those of you who are new here, first of all, congrats on your engagement. I make videos on basically the entire wedding planning process, and I post new videos every single Wednesday, so be sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of those upcoming videos, and let's get started. Today's video, we are talking about gift registries. This is a highly requested topic. I have a lot of people asking what are my favorites, so I'm going to share those with you today. This video is kind of an overview of gift registries. I will also be posting some videos on what you should put on your registry. So be sure that you subscribe so you don't miss that. So I'm gonna go over the obvious ones first, the places where most brides register. But be sure that you stick around to the end because I have a few unique ideas that are really cool and a little bit off the beaten path that will add a lot to your wedding. Also, everything that I mentioned in today's video will be linked below, so be sure that you scroll through those so that you can find the ones that you want to use. So if you're ready to put together an amazing gift registry for your wedding, hit that big thumbs up button and let's get started. All right, so my first one is one of the most obvious, and that is the Amazon wedding registry. So Amazon is probably the easiest way to go. I think that we're already all on there all the time anyway, so it's just super easy to get in there and add stuff to your registry, especially as you go. You definitely will think of things that you want to add as you go, or just see things as you're scrolling through on there that you want to add. So I think Amazon, since you're already on it, you already have an account and everything, they make it super easy. They also have the best return policy out of any of the registry sites. Their return is 180 days. So if you are going to return some of your gifts and you want a long time to do it, Amazon is the way to go. And they just make everything so easy. I mean, they ship everything to your door so you don't have to worry about trying to bring home all the gifts from the wedding and stuff like that. So highly recommend using Amazon, especially if you're kind of like in a hurry and you just want to put something together. That's definitely the easiest way to go. A lot of girls will want to use like a department store or a regular store because of the discount that you get for the stuff that people didn't buy from your registry, but Amazon also has that. They have 20% off of all of the items on your list after the wedding that you didn't receive as gifts. So that's pretty cool too. They also have like group gifting options. So if you want a bigger item, you can split that into a few different people, and so people can kind of contribute to it instead of having to buy the whole thing. So maybe you're asking for appliances or something like that. They can definitely do that. You can also do gift cards on Amazon too. Another big selling point on the big wedding registry sites is that they create like the thank you list for you, so you know who got you what, and they make it super easy. But Amazon has that feature as well now. They basically have all of the things that make the wedding registry sites awesome already on Amazon, and Amazon's super easy and you know how to work it, and basically everyone knows how to work it, and it's awesome. I like Amazon too because you can add stuff to your registry that may not be on one of those wedding registry sites. So like maybe you are an avid outdoorsy couple and you want to add some like camping gear or something on to your wedding registry. You might not be able to find that stuff on the other sites, but obviously you can find all of that stuff on Amazon. Or whatever hobbies you're into. I always recommend that couples put things on their registry that they're actually going to use, not just the like normal things. So Amazon, I think, is probably the best site to be able to do that because they have pretty much everything. Okay, so there are a few different wedding registry sites, but I think my top pick out of all of them is Zola. They have done an amazing job of putting together a really cool site, plus they have like lots of different tools on there as well. So if you do want to do one of the actual like wedding registry sites, I think Zola is the way to go. If you don't agree with me, and you have an awesome one that you like better, please comment below and let me know and kind of share your thoughts, because obviously I didn't register on every single one of these sites so when I registered for my wedding. So I haven't like personally used every single one. So let me know your thoughts and what you found, if you like or dislike certain ones. But yeah, so Zola seems like probably the best pick right now if you want to do the registry site. A thing that I like about Zola that I don't think you can do on Amazon is that you can have like funds. So like a honeymoon fund or like a travel fund or whatever, maybe like a new house fund. That's kind of cool to have as an option for your guests to be able to contribute to, plus the physical gifts. You might be able to do it on Amazon, but I haven't found how. So, but also the other thing I like about Zola is it's more of like a wedding experience, kind of. You can like create your wedding website, and guests really feel like it's kind of more wedding-y, I guess. And then they also have lots of great suggestions on what to register for. And they also have a lot of different options and a lot of the top brands too. So especially if you are registering for a lot of the normal things like housewares and stuff like that, Zola is a great choice for you. The reason I would probably pick Amazon over Zola is because everyone already has Amazon and uses Amazon and knows how to use Amazon. So that makes it a little bit easier. They have a much longer return policy. So Amazon's is 180 days. So you have like 6 months, right? Yeah, 6 months to return anything. And then Zola's is only 90 days. But I mean, that's still a long time. You should have plenty of time to return stuff if you need to. Also, Zola does not have free shipping like Amazon. So your guests will have to pay for shipping as well. But they do have all the other features of Amazon, like the thank you list and stuff like that. And then, like I mentioned, they also have a ton of other wedding planning tools on there. So if you already are planning on using their planning tools from their site, it might be easy to add your registry on here as well. Like I said, there are other ones. There's like Blueprint Registry. There's tons and tons of websites like Zola. I just think that Zola has put in a lot of work in the past couple years into creating a really awesome wedding planning and gift registry site. So I do recommend them. But like I said, please share your thoughts below on ones that you've used. That would be very helpful for me and for your fellow brides. All right, so here are my picks for unique registry ideas. I feel like wedding registries, like the idea of the wedding registry was kind of created at a time when couples didn't live together before they were married. So it was like really, you get a bunch of housewares and stuff like that because you're coming together and creating a home. But most of us already live together and have already purchased all of the things that we need for our house. So you don't really need a ton of housewares, especially if you're not like a big entertainer or something. There's no reason that you should be registering for like crystal and servingware and all this stuff and maybe like cooking gadgets that you're never going to use. I think it's super important to register for the things that you actually want. So something you might want to do beyond registering for gifts, like physical gifts, is a honeymoon fund. I did mention you can do this in Zola, but there are also a ton of really awesome websites out there that like walk you through the whole process where you can create your honeymoon fund on there, and they're specifically designed to do that. So I recommend doing like an Amazon registry or a Zola registry and then having a honeymoon fund registry as well. So a few of the different honeymoon fund sites that I found that are pretty cool are like Traveler's Joy, Honey Fund, Wanderable, and these are really cool because they are specifically designed for the honeymoon fund. So there's like, some of them have travel agents. I think Traveler's Joy and maybe Wanderable too. They have like travel agents that you can work with to put together an amazing honeymoon so that your guests are like contributing to specific aspects of the honeymoon and you already have it planned. So it's kind of like a honeymoon planning and a honeymoon fund all in one. So that's pretty cool, especially if you don't travel often and you want help planning your honeymoon. Let me know in the comments below if you've used any of the honeymoon fund ones and which ones you recommend. I personally just did a like honeymoon fund within our registry. I think we used Blueprint Registry when we did it. That was the big one at the time a couple years ago, but now I think Zola's kind of surpassed that. But we just had like the Honeymoon Fund within that guests could contribute to. But I think they're more likely to contribute if it's kind of two separate things. Like a lot of guests will get you the physical gift from like Amazon, and then they'll also contribute to your Honeymoon Fund. Another website that I found that's a fun idea outside of the normal wedding registries is called Feather in the Nest. And their site, you can create a kind of a new home fund. So your guests can contribute to your down payment on your new house. So you can totally just have a new home fund like in your Zola account or something. But I think having an actual separate site will make guests more likely to contribute to it, especially on these sites where it's like specifically designed for that thing. And it kind of gets guests more excited. It makes it more tangible instead of they don't just feel like they're just giving you a gift card or just giving you cash. So Feather in the Nest, you can create a page like describing your dream house and kind of lay out the vision. And that will make it a little bit more likely that guests will want to contribute to that because it feels like a more tangible thing that they're contributing to. I will link that one below as well. I think that registering for a down payment on a house is a great move for couples because you probably, like I said, already have a lot of the housewares and stuff, and it's kind of a waste to get all those again. It's more important to register for something that you actually need, that you actually want, and that will actually contribute to your life. And then my last one, and this one I'm super excited about. So I think a lot of us know that we are extremely, extremely lucky to live where we live and to be able to throw these huge weddings and spend as much as we're spending on having a party when there's other people in the world that have major things going on. So I think that if we can add a contribution aspect to these big celebrations, that's a big deal, and that will help a lot of people. There is a website called Crowdfund that you can go on and select a cause and raise money for it. If you just have a cause that you're passionate about, you can also just add a fund like in your Zola or something to be able to raise money. And you probably could create something on the Facebook money raising thing as well. But I like having like a separate site that guests go to so that they can like really learn about the cause and decide what they want to contribute for your wedding towards that cause. So with this one as well, you probably do want to create like an Amazon registry or maybe a Zola registry, and then have this be a separate thing and ask guests to contribute to a cause that's important to you. If you are super well off and you don't need any of the wedding gifts, I think just doing this is a really cool idea. It feels good to give back, especially in a time when we have all of this abundance that we're experiencing, and there's lots of people that could use our help. So using our weddings as a reason to give back, I think is a really, really cool idea. I would love to hear your ideas on how you are going to use your big day to contribute. So be sure you share your ideas in the comments below. Yeah, so overall, I recommend using Amazon or Zola. Amazon, I think, is the easiest. Zola is a little bit more wedding-y, maybe a little bit more special. But I think Amazon is pretty much the way to go. I have all of these linked below, everything that I've talked about. If this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure that you share it with your other bride friends. Also, I post new wedding planning videos every single week, so be sure that you are subscribed and that your bell notification is on so that you don't miss any of those. And we'll see you next time. Happy planning!